Live with Matt Austin, Lisa Bell, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. You're watching WKMG, getting results now at 5:30 p.m.
Tonight, a proposed development in a rural part of Lake County is receiving some pushback from neighbors.
Plans call for building a new mixed-use community. It would be along County Road 437 and State Road 46, just south of Sorrento. More than 1,700 residences are planned for the 466-acre property. News 6 anchor Justin Warmoth joins us now, all new at 5:30. And Justin, neighbors say that is just too much.
Yeah, Lisa, one gentleman told me that's like putting a city in the middle of the country. Now, most folks who live in rural parts of Central Florida move there for a reason. They value that atmosphere and they want to preserve it for future generations. But that's becoming more and more of a challenge as our population booms.
There's just so much beauty in nature here that needs to be protected.
For 26 years, J.J. Johnson has enjoyed the rural character of Sorrento. It's quiet here. There actually might be more horses than people.
When we moved up here, we said, well, at least, this won't be another Claremont. Well, it may be.
Like Claremont, much of Lake County's landscape is changing. Rapid growth, fueling development, and it's creeping closer to the Mount Plymouth, Sorrento area.
The Wekiva parkways that came through, we knew it was going to bring people, but the growth has to be done smart.
And that's not what you see with this.
No, this is not smart. This is just dense growth.
There's now a proposal to transform 466 acres south of State Road 46 into a mixed-use development called Hillcrest, a combination of houses, apartments, and townhomes, more than 1,700 total units, plus 300,000 square feet of commercial space.
There's nothing like that around here. That's like a city here in the middle of the country. Because it's going to go from being a rural community into sub-rural at worst, if not becoming suburban, as Apopka keeps on getting closer and closer. Or Mount Dora keeps on coming closer and closer, trying to take over parts of this area, which is just badly affecting our quality of life here.
It is certainly a challenge to be in charge of planning and zoning anywhere in the state of Florida right now.
As Lake County's Director of Planning and Zoning, Michael Fitzgerald often hears from neighbors concerned with proposed developments. It's part of his job. But are those concerns heard?
We absolutely take into consideration how projects like this affect the lifestyle in Lake County. One thing that everybody has to remember is that quality of life means something different to everybody. For some folks, it may mean 10 acres of property. To other folks, it may mean an apartment with a Starbucks on the first floor, So we just have to be mindful of what quality of life means to different people.
The Hillcrest development still has some hurdles to clear, including approval from Lake County commissioners. It's a vote Johnson will be watching closely.
I think that they need to protect certain areas, and they can build bigger buildings, in cities.
Right, you moved here for that.
Yes, exactly.
Life.
Yes.
And now
we're going to have to move again.
You think so?
Oh yeah, well, definitely.
All right, so the project falls in the Mount Plymouth Sorrento Community Redevelopment Area. It's also called a CRA for short. So Lake County is eager to revitalize and inject some new life into that neighborhood. They also need more housing, though. County leaders expect to add more than 75,000 new residents just by 2030. It's happening all over Lake County. And you heard him right there. He said he is prepared to move if this goes forward. I asked him where. Because rural parks
are running out of places.
Yeah,
he's going to keep chasing
to avoid that.
It's interesting because local elections don't get much attention, but county commissioners make a lot of these decisions, and people just don't pay attention to them and don't vote. So we'll see if in the coming years.
And their hands are often tied because they hear about the rapid growth that an area is experiencing and the lack of housing needed to meet that growth. And so they say, well, listen, we have to provide the housing or prices are going to skyrocket. And if that affects some folks' quality of life, we'll try to balance that however we can.
It's a
but
double-edged sword.
It really
so
is,
difficult.
It's
I do
true.
not envy them.
No.
All right, interesting stuff, Justin. Thank you.